and welcome to Dabbling in Journals, and today I'm working in my Camel Traveller's notebook from Traveller's Company, and I'm going to be doing my planning, and I just choose a blank insert so that I can arrange my pages however I want to, although I seem to have got sort of stuck in a, a pattern of doing the same 3 pages every week. I might change that up next month, but I'm going to stay in my comfort zone for today. So I thought what I would do today is I'm going to start by using the same stencil that I used here on my title page to do the background on this side of my page. So I'm just going to take my stencil. As you can see, I couldn't get all the yellow ink off it last time. I've got some mustard seed distress oxide ink and an ink dabber, and I'm just going to colour my page. And I haven't done as much research on bees as I intended, so I need to put that on my to-do list. We do have a little bee house attached to the wall. We were gifted it as a Christmas present, and we've attached it to the wall of our house to provide a home for bees. And I think it's the kind of house that solitary bees go in, so I want to look up the difference between honeybees and solitary bees. Right, so I've done a little background and now I want to collage over the top. So I'm going to pull out some papers, see what I want to use. I like this colour with yellow, so I think I'll use this again. And then I have this sort of honeycomb shaped cutout that my granddaughter did for me, and I'm thinking that kind of goes with the theme of honeycomb. Now I want another piece of paper. And then I have another little die cut that my granddaughter made at the same time, and she's painted that with gold glitter paint. And what I'm trying to do is provide a focal point for a bee, and I think a flower over the bee would be good. And in here, in my little pouch, I do have some of the little bits that Mary sent to me, and yes, I thought there was a bee on there, so I'm going to use that bee. Perfect. And yet another thing that Mary sent to me. I'm using a lot of things from you today, Mary. Thank you very much. She sent me this beautiful bee washi tape. So I haven't used the pink yet. I need to do a pink month. I am going to cut a piece of that off and put, that's perfect, isn't it? How did you know I was going to do a bee theme, Mary? You didn't. Oops. I'm going to pop that at the top of this page, which is where my actual planning is going to go. As you can see, I really enjoy the decorating more than the planning. I only plan because I want to do the decorating in my journal, I think. Okay, where was I? Do I want anything else on that page? I think that's quite busy as it is. So I am going to start sticking. And try and remember the order that I just planned out. So we stick that piece in the middle there. And then the book paper. Now I can't remember, is this German or is this Polish? I can't remember. I got a feeling Polish, but I'm probably wrong. Some extra honeycomb, then my little flower, and then my bee. And I'm not going to fussy cut around it too much because it's too delicate. Just cut the corners off that and pop my bee over the top of my flowers, or flower I should say. Oop. Which way shall I pop her? Okay, so I've decorated that page and I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. Let me just move some bits out of the way. Okay, I've got a ruler and I'm going to put in my lines for my pages, and let's go with yellow today. I didn't use my template, so they got thinner as they went down, but it doesn't matter. Right, so Monday, I can't really see that. Let's use my pen. So let me just put in my usuals, which is piano. We have, my son has just done a piano exam, so now there's a dustbin lorry outside my window. Okay, so my dustbin lorry's gone, thank goodness for that. So that was very noisy. So I need to put in karate, dance, and dance. Oh, and let's use my little karate man. So I've got a little karate stamp here. Yay! I've forgotten to use that in the last few weeks and it always makes me laugh. Right, now Thursday we're having some tiles delivered because workmen are coming next. Or I presume it's men, but it could be women. The work people are coming next week to start our ensuite refit. So the tiles, the new tiles, are being delivered on Thursday. And it's a curbside delivery, so my partner will have to haul them in. And I'm, while he's working hard doing that, I am going out for lunch with a friend and a walk. Got to walk off our lunch. And then Friday we're having a skip delivered. Make a note of that. And Saturday we've been invited to a party. Not sure if we're going yet. I need to speak to my partner, see if he would like to go to that party. I have a friend I want to message. And I also want to message my sister to see if she'd like to do anything at the weekend. And I think that's all I want to pop in there for now. Oh, I better order groceries, hadn't I? Let's do that on Friday. Okay, so that's my little planning page all sorted. And then if anything else crops up or if there's any things I decide I need to do in the week, I will pop them in there. Don't need to put my pen away because I need it in a minute. Right, so I'm happy with that page. And I am going to move on to my meal planning page. Now for this page, I thought I would use the theme of daisies, which is the flower of the month. So I see I've got some green paper here, and somewhere I took a photograph. There we go. I took a photograph of some daisies, which have all come into flower very recently on the green areas around where we live. So I thought I would use that photograph as my focal point. What will I use? That looks like a nice grassy colour. And what else? I'm going to rip some of this paper. Decide how I want to use it. be something like that. And then I thought I would add to that some of this washi tape, which was gifted to me in a Happy Mail. And I think the green and the yellow look really nice. And of course I need a bee. So I still have a couple of bee stickers on this sheet, which came from Sticky Club. So I'm going to add a bee. And I might add a daisy sticker to go with the daisies. There's a little daisy sticker there. So let's get sticking. And then I think I'm going to put some of this lovely green washi tape up at the top. So it's a similar sort of design as the previous one, with washi on one side and a collage on the other. It's really nice. It's got like trees on it. Let's pop that about there. And I'm going to put a little bit of the yellow as well. Have I done a green and yellow theme before? I feel like I have. I'll have to look back. It's supposed to be brown and yellow today, but I'm doing green to go with the daisies. Let your light shine bright. That's a really nice washi, isn't it? Shall we add a little bit of washi to this one as well? I'm just going to put a little green piece there. And then I'm thinking I'll get a yellow washi, a plain yellow washi, because I don't want to, I only want a little tiny piece and I don't want to waste those words on that one. I'll pop that there. There we go. Do I want a stamp? Why not? I'll put it there. And then finally my bee. Oh, and let's have the bee flying up there. So I think I finished with that collage. And I have to put in my days for my meals. And I've done my lines very narrow, so I'm going to add a bit of decoration down the bottom to sort of mirror that one, which I think will look quite nice. I like how that looks actually, sort of mirrored like that. Okay, so meals for this week. I am going to do a broccoli. Oh dear, how do you spell broccoli? How many C's? Maybe it's 2. Is it 2 C's and 1 L, or 1 L and 2, or 1 C and 2 L's? I have no idea. Spelling has never been my strong point. And I'm going to do that with fries for the boys. I won't have fries. And garlic mushrooms. I love mushrooms when they are cooked in garlic with some parsley. Really nice. Okay, and then Tuesday, we're just going to have a big salad and various toppings depending what people like. Stir fry. Trying to get lots of veggies in again. And then Thursday curry. Haven't decided what curry I'm going to make. I might do the coconut dal one because I really love that. Though the boys aren't so keen, but I could always do 2 curries and then freeze half of each. And then we can have different ones. And then next time I want to cook curry, I won't have to. It'll be frozen in the freezer. Might do that. And then we're going to have a halloumi and avocado salad on Friday. It's lovely weather at the moment. and so I'm feeling salady. That's not a word. I can't spell today. I can't spell ever. On Saturday, the boys are having salmon. I'm not, I don't like it. And they're going to have that with, I think I'll do spicy rice and some sweet corn. Oops. One thing I find with these fine nibs, this is the only pen I've got that's got a fine nib, or is it a medium? Anyway, it's a lot thinner than my Coeco nibs. It makes holes in the paper of this thin paper. I think it's where I've got things stuck on the other side and I'm pressing on a sort of bit where the paper's got nothing behind it. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if I made that very clear. And I haven't decided what I'm doing on Sunday or if we're going out or whatever. My son is getting really keen on going out and trying different foods. This weekend we tried Indian street food. Oh, and that was really interesting and nice. We didn't know what we were ordering, but we enjoyed it, so that was fun. Okay, so all that remains for me to do now is my focus of the week. So last week I picked this card, which is around here somewhere. So I'll just pop that one in front of you. And this beautiful card, which for some reason I said was a mermaid, even though she has legs and wings. So she's definitely not a mermaid, is she? She must be a fairy. And I guess I thought she was a mermaid because she looks like she's sitting in the sea and there's seashells and fish around. But that's because the card is the Seven of Water. And it's a really beautifully designed piece of artwork, I thought, with the flower and then all the sea creatures going around like rainbow shape over the head of this beautiful fairy. She's very small. I imagine the original artwork would have been very beautiful. Anyway, the keywords in the guidebook for this card were imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavours and co-creative abilities unleashed. So, of course, I thought I'd start my week by reflecting on the keyword artistic endeavours, because endeavours is certainly something that I could associate with. And I was thinking about the fact that much as I enjoy learning to use my art supplies, I don't do as much art as I wish I did. And a classic example is my lovely notebook that I bought from Le Cow, or Le Right. He's Le Cow in his shop and Le Right on Etsy, I think. And this beautiful notebook, and look at the patina. If you look at the difference, see, I've hardly used it, but already the patina is gorgeous. You can see there it's light, and here it started to patina, apart from where the strap was, which is really cool. Anyway, I put in here a Hobonichi sketchbook, and that's the reason I'm showing you, is because we're talking about artistic endeavours. And what I wanted to do with this was sort of really quick drawings using pen and wash, or ink and wash, I think it's called. And I decided not to buy a dated book because I didn't want it to feel like a pressure. So I started it, and for some reason, who knows why, I started dating it. And then I thought, why on earth am I doing that when I bought a blank one so that I wouldn't be pressured by dates? So after a little while, I stopped. After 3 days, I stopped. And I did a few more, like, really quick sketches. So it was 5-minute sketches at the beginning of the day, which is really fun to do, and I was enjoying it. And those little figures, I liked those. And I'm just using an ink pen and a little wash of a watercolour, and I was practicing some hands here, and here I was trying to work out the proportions. Don't think I got it very right, but I do find it really difficult just drawing with a pen rather than a pencil, which you can rub out and so on. And that's all I did. And then I just stopped, and I really wish I hadn't. And I obviously, because it's not dated, it's not catastrophic, because it doesn't matter that I have stopped, because I can start again at any point, which I am going to do. And I was thinking, why is it that I didn't carry on with this? And I think the problem is my perfectionism. I have another sketchbook, and in this sketchbook I do drawings which I take more time on, so that's a colour pencil drawing. And can you see how I've done them on separate paper? And that's partly because I wanted to use that paper. But these pages also are not, they're not glued in. So if I did something and I hated it, I could take it out, or I can stick things over the top. And it's this, my dogs were running then. And it's this perfectionism that is a problem for me. I mean, it has been all my life. I mean, for example, this one, I didn't like it and I really had to force myself not to stick something over the top. And I did another one that I liked much more because the colours seemed more realistic to me. But I've kept that one so that I can compare. And the only way you can learn is by looking at what you've done and then trying to improve on it. And if you're so perfectionist that you don't allow yourself to keep your mistakes, it's going to be much more difficult to learn. So I am trying to work on that. And so in the end, instead of focusing on artistic endeavours, I ended up focusing on the problem of perfectionism. And I can remember when I used to go to job interviews and they'd say, can you know how they always give you that standard question, can you think of you know, what's your main weakness? First they ask you strength, then your weakness. And I always used to say perfectionism was my weakness. And of course it sounds a little bit like a coy way of complimenting yourself, because many people think perfectionism is a character strength. You know, if you're a perfectionist, you're going to work really hard and do really well. My dogs just ran in the room. Did you hear them? Yeah, so many people think of perfectionism as a good thing, but I actually think it can be dangerous. It's one of those traits that can, as I say, lead you to anxiety. It can, in my case, it caused me to overwork and I ended up exhausted because I wanted to do absolute best or better than I could even all the time, and that was a problem. So I really did think of it as a weakness. And yes, so that was what I was thinking about as in response to that card last week. And it's made me think, no, I am going to go back to doing these 5-minute sketches, and I don't care if the proportions are wrong and they're wobbly, and I'm just going to do it. And if I keep doing it every day, then I will make progress with doing quick sketches. So I thought that was a really useful one for me with my hobbies to reflect on. So what am I going to reflect on this week? Let me get my deck. So I'm still using the Good Tarot, and it was very good for me to think about my problem with perfectionism. So aptly named. Where's the other card gone? There it is. There it is. Okay, let's shuffle this deck and see what card I get this week and what it provokes me to think about. Is that the right word? Provoke. Not sure. My partner used a word this week, which really surprised me, because I told him that I'd been sitting in the garden watching a blackbird that was on our roof singing. And it was singing, and a blackbird somewhere or other was replying. And I really enjoyed it. I sat there for ages just watching this blackbird. And he said to me, well, that was very bucolic. And I was like, bucolic? I thought bucolic meant that you overate. I don't know why I thought it meant that, but it doesn't. It means love of nature or enjoying nature or something. I can't remember now. See, it's gone again already. But it meant something completely different to what I thought it meant. So there you go. My partner knows so many words, it's like he swallowed a dictionary. Right, let me get my card. Let's see what we're going to get. Oh, look at that 10 of water. Oh my goodness, that's really that's made me laugh, because my sister has these, like, are they Buddha figures in her house. I mean, that made me laugh. And of course, for some people, they are a religious figure. I don't really know. Does anybody know enough about Buddhism to tell me why that is of religious significance? Because it doesn't, some Buddhas look completely different to that, and I'm wondering if it's a difference between Buddhism in India and Buddhism in China. Oh, I'm going to have to look all this up because I'm not sure. And of course, one of the things that happens is that these kinds of religious symbols get appropriated by other cultures and used in completely different ways, often to decorate your home. Not sure what I think of that. What do you think of that? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Anyway, I need to decorate my page to go with this. And look at the little pink. Are they lotus flowers? Because they're coming out of the water. So again, it's very blue because I've got water again. So I'm back on emotions. Let me grab my washi tapes to see what I might like to use with this. I used that last week and that one last week. Would that one go instead? Well, I think it would, because there's some dark blue in there. I'm tempted to use dark blue and a little bit of the pink to pull out that pink. So let's go with, did I use that last week? I don't want to use the same. It doesn't matter, does it, if I like it? No, I didn't. So I use a little bit of that darker blue with that, or the green, that really dark green. Oh, actually, I think I like the really dark green. Do I still like that with it? What do you think? Does that go? Got some little stamped images there that I've made in advance. Right, let's see. How will this go? Let's use a little bit of that. I do like to try and coordinate my decorations with the card. I think this is a Chinese Buddha, and this washi tape looks Chinese to me. I do not know why. Maybe it's the boat. And now I'm just going to add one of these little stamped images. And I just do like a really simple decoration at the moment for this page with my Focus of the Week card on it. And then I'm going to look to see in my little pouch if I have a sticker that might be nice. And I have these. Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. My memory sometimes is absolutely rubbish, and at other times it's just amazing. The only trouble is I'm kind of hoarding that sticker. No, we mustn't hoard. We mustn't hoard. But I just think that's perfect. It's got the sort of greeny mountains and some of the bright colour. I didn't use the pink washi, did I? It's going to cover up all that green. Doesn't matter, I suppose. I'm going to pop it there. I put it on wonky. No, 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 no. I completely changed my mind. Decided to put it up here. There. Okay, so I will do my photograph as always of my card, and then I will have a good look at it and see what kind of thoughts occur to me, and then I will check in the guidebook for the keywords and decide what I want to focus on for this week, and I will share that with you next week. So I've kept to my bee theme, having drawn a bee for my title page of May, and I've done another bee page here. Do you think that flower needs something in the middle? I'm going to have to look for something to go, like, to make a centre for that flower, I think. And if I find something, I'll show you next week. So I have my bee page, I have my meal page, which also has a bee on, and some of the daisies, which are the flower for May, and then my Focus of the Week card. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.